It's important to see our children as the foundation of the future. But here's the thing. This is only true if we equip them with the facts, not just catchy slogans. Surprisingly, the sharpest insights often come not from members of Congress, but from young students in middle school. Meet Tristan Ryan Perkins, a 13-year-old activist who takes on Trump, Project 2025, and MAGA narratives with more skill than many adult analysts. Before we show the clip, please subscribe. It's a small gesture, but it greatly supports our work.
It's crazy how much Mexico helps us considering how much we screw them over. Because Trump threatened on multiple occasions that he was going to invade Mexico. Trump said he was going to build a $60 million wall across the border so immigrants could not get into the country. And then he said he'd make Mexico pay for it, even though it was his idea. Trump also added unnecessary tariffs on Mexico. Not to mention, in the 1800s, we stole a bunch of land from them. Don't say conquered. We stole it. And don't say I don't love my country. I love my country enough to hold them accountable for their own actions. We've done so much to Mexico, but who was there first during the Texas floods? Not Kristi Noem, not Trump, not FEMA, but Mexico. Who was there during the Californian fires earlier this year saving lives? Mexico. So I will not tolerate Mexico slavery.
You'll notice immediately that Tristan approaches these subjects with a fresh perspective. He's not just repeating what a group of political consultants told him to say. He's diving into the details, sharing his own thoughts. What's more, he doesn't go after everyday people. He's asking the big decision makers to answer for their actions. A lot of so-called seasoned politicians could definitely learn a thing or two from him.
Question for all the MAGA people who say, if liberals hate this country so much, why don't they leave? Okay, think of this. Imagine you have a leak in your roof. What do? Do you fix the leak, or do you abandon ship and buy a new house? You do the hard work, and you fix the leak. The leak is Trump. Trump is trying to destroy this country. He is the biggest menace in...
It dawns on me now. Maybe the real problem isn't that young people are clueless. It's that many adults stubbornly choose to ignore reality. Tristan lays out the facts while veteran politicians keep dodging responsibilities. If this is the kind of political awareness Gen Z is showcasing, the MAGA approach might be in real trouble.
You still support Trump in August 2025. You're dumb, you're uneducated, and I don't want to be friends with you. Let me give you 3 things he's done earlier this week and last week that is an absolute deal breaker for any sane person. He cut cancer research just so he could fund a $200 million golden ballroom for his supporters. 2, both him and Epstein both said that their falling out was a result of Epstein stealing Trump's girls. One of these girls were named Virginia Giuffre, and she was 17 years old when she was raped by Giuffre Epstein after he trafficked her from Donald Trump's spas. And you know what she was doing at those spas? She was hanging around with near-naked men. Why is a child hanging around with near-naked men?
Think about what he's saying for a second. He's focusing on patterns instead of isolated incidents, and that's how you can tell when political narratives are designed to distract. Politicians often blow hot-button topics like trans athletes out of proportion to stir up anger, ignoring the more significant issues affecting many. Tristan is cutting through all the noise.
Trump literally admitted to human trafficking, and y'all still voted him into office. Sadly, in April this year, Virginia took her own life. And 3, Donald Trump brought up Lawrence Taylor, a accused and convicted sex offender, to reinstate the fitness test for kids. Guess who he raped? A 16-year-old. You support B3D!
This kind of discussion pushes people to face some uncomfortable truths. If you listen closely, he's not just talking about politics, he's delving into the core of our values. Who we decide to blame or protect says a lot more about who we are as a country than any political slogan ever could.
The FBI just redacted every single instance of Trump's name in the Epstein files so that we can't find them. So if it all came out, we couldn't convict him. Are we living in real life? Do you see this shit?
You can feel the frustration here, and honestly, it makes sense. When politicians protect powerful people from being held accountable, it sends a message to every kid watching that the rules change depending on who you are. It's not just a political issue, it's a moral failure.
This is a big win for the political community. Well, for 70% of us. Trump's name was just absolutely, without a doubt, confirmed to be on the Epstein files. And he's known since May. This means that he's confirmed to be involved and that he was in the know of what happened on the Epstein Island. You know, it's a little not so fun fact. There are more women who accuse Trump of SAing them than there are trans athletes at a college level. Why does this P3DO rapist get to be in office because of 10 trans athletes just trying to live their lives and be athletes? You don't believe me that there were more women accusing him than there are trans athletes? Okay, let's go over the accusers' names. Jessica Leeds, Kristen Anderson, Jill Hart, Kathy Heller, Temple McDowell, Karina Virginia, Bridget Sullivan, Tasha Dixon, Mindy McGillivray, Rachel Crooks, Natasha Stoynoff, Jennifer Murphy, Jessica Drake, Summer Zervos, Cassandra Cyril, E. Jean Carroll, Amy Doris, and Nini Lakesonen. All of these women have accused Trump of SAing them. And if we listen to the victims rather than the perpetrators, then we would actually not need a list to find justice.
We just heard a young person sharing his perspective. And it's more than just an opinion. It's a reminder that the younger generation is watching and taking note of everything we do. They see the discrepancies in standards depending on who you are, and we can't ignore that. If you value clear, compelling voices that aren't afraid to speak truth back to power, consider subscribing. It might sound small, but it's vital for keeping independent voices alive. Welcome to Monday Night News, where we dig deep, question the status quo, and keep the conversation real.